What's up, guys? So we are back with a new video, motivated as usual, right? Fucking that's what we do. And nah, definitely not coping right now because I've tried to make this video for like, I don't know, 55 times. But that's what makes high volition good, right? You just push through and you don't stop. But yeah, today's topic is obviously the most important part of your whole psychosophy journey, and that is volition, willpower, or will. Okay, so we start with will. First, volition is going to be the topic for today's video. So, with first volition, there are many things to remember. At its core, it's an individual who understands its desires, its wants, its wishes, his ambitions, his goals. He wants to actualize them. He wants to make them happen, put them into work, and actually achieve them. But it's also a tendency to kind of have a belief that you can change the world according to your wishes. That's a big one. So as you can see, it comes with a almost certain sense of entitlement or a sense of self-importance, which gives almost a delusional self-perception to the individual whose first will. Now, first will individuals are not conformists. That's a big quality I've seen in first will, but they're not conformists. They don't conform to society. They always often tend to be quite antisocial people, going against society some type of way. Because they don't agree with certain things, maybe they create organizations that kind of count as certain maybe rebelling against society in some way, but either way they're not conformists. Some tend to be lone wolves and go that way. Yeah. So all of that kind of fits when it comes to first will. And the way first will looks at the environment or kind of looks at people, it is often described as very hierarchal, bottom top, and them being the chosen one. That's how often they can see themselves.
Who is he?
He's the new you.
No one's the new me, pal.
It is true that this delusional self-perception can make them extremely successful people, extremely resilient individuals. Those people push themselves and believe the sky is the limit. Absolutely, the sky is the limit. Another thing that I would say is very important with 1V is the fact that self-motivation is so crucial. You probably have met many people in your life, talked to many people in your life. They were stuck in a bad situation. You try to help them, you try to give them advice. You maybe even saw the answer to the issue, to the fucking question. And you're kind of wondering to yourself, why is this individual not doing anything? Like, why are they so busy either self-pitying themselves or either blaming the external environmental sources for their failures, or simply not taking action and instead being emotional or being pitiful? Maybe you've seen such people in your life. Now, that is completely opposite of what strong will is supposed to be like. So 1V individual absolutely does not tolerate this kind of thinking at all.
I know that feeling depressed is real. I believe that the number one power you have against these things are trying to take control of your own mind and affecting your own life. I believe that it's not healthy to hand over all your power and believe that depression is an outside disease that you can't affect. I know that when I've had difficult periods in my life, and also many of my friends, like I've said, suffered from PTSD and been through terrible things. I've lived a very difficult life, and I know people who have, that the things that made them feel better is when they woke up and said, you know what, I'm not going to allow this to damage me anymore. I'm going to take responsibility. I'm going to get up and I'm going to fight this as hard as I can.
Because when your whole perception is that of almost like a king, because that's how it is described, there is no room for kind of that weakness, from that laziness. There's no room for that basically victimhood. Thinking that, oh yeah, I can do something because this thing is stopping me. So this is absolutely unfathomable for 1V individual. To them, those are the individuals who believe anything. You can do anything if you try. But the motivation comes from within. Okay, that is an important quality of 1v individuals. There's no whining, there's not going to be complaining about it, there's not going to be any playing victim. They will take responsibility and take action and take a decision in the moment because they believe they can change anything. If they want, they can change it. There's always a way out, is the mentality of 1v. So very much mind over matter. Oh, it's not just like, oh, I'm feeling lazy, I'm gonna let go, or that's not how they operate. Mind over matter.
I don't believe in things that take power away.
There is not an eminent doctor in the world
Pierce,
that would agree with it.
Pierce,
Do you think you know more than doctors?
I can't become clinically depressed
Why do you know?
because I don't believe in it. I can't be haunted by a ghost if I don't believe in ghosts.
You know how some people say it's just destiny, or karma, or this, or fate. That is not something that 1v individual even grasps or computes that. There's no such thing to them. To them, they are the destiny. To them, they make their own destiny. You want to have destiny? Make destiny. And that's what they believe. So, because of this almost rigorous and king-like attitude as a placement, it obviously, in many sources, is described as a placement that wants to eliminate any weakness from other placements. It basically has all of those placements working very, very hard to achieve self-actualization. Even the soft spot of a placement is going to be held in a very, very strong grip. It's going to be improved upon. It's going to be made so powerful that, that you cannot really say anything to the 1v individual. So that is kind of how it might manifest itself. Now, another thing that's important to note is that many people have this belief that, okay, of course, 3v is interested in power for power's sake and 1v isn't. The truth is absolutely, completely different. 1v is completely and utterly focused on power as the goal. Power in of itself is what they seek. Why do you want to be the president? Because I want to be the president. Why do you want to be the president? So I can be the president. That's the mentality of first will. Okay? It's not, oh, I'm going to have a goal and then I'm going to, so I can have this power and for this power. No. The fucking point is that they seek power. That's it. And how it might, I'm not saying in some weird type A way. It doesn't have to be that way. But it's social influence. The ability to influence people. The ability to, maybe many people might admire you. The ability to change the world. To change certain things according to your wishes and however you want them to be. To have the power in your organization to move it however you want. Those are the things that 1v individual is interested in. Okay? So remember that. Now, obviously, another thing is this very overly confident decision-making machine, which is, first will. It does take decisions for itself and often takes decisions for other people.
King Ragnar. That is my name. King Ragnar. What does a king do?
Yeah.
He rules. Yes. Good. He rules. And as a ruler, I have the last say.
It is not as democratic in its attitude, and then that's the downfall of the placement, because oftentimes it's so focused on its own goals, it is so focused on its own ambition that it is not too fucking interested in other people. It can literally achieve their goals on their own. They might even be happier that they can achieve their goals on their own. And that's the mentality of those kind of people. So remember, taking decisions for itself and taking decisions for others. Because again, they're the king. And that's simple as. Now, I wanted to fucking say something and it flew out of my head. But anyway, so that is this is a very fucking important quality, okay guys, remember. Now, in many sources it's said that 1v likes to subordinate individuals. 1v likes when people, you know, see them as an individual of high influence, individual of high social change. So there's this social status that can be involved in 1v. But they like when individuals obey them. And that is a big part too, which, as you can see, kind of correlates well to Socionics SE, right? Subordination and stuff like that. People obeying the wishes of the 1v individual. Now, with all of this fucking said, and it seems like such a cool fucking placement to have because it's so super powered. You know, you do you, like you fucking are able to self-motivated, you push yourself. Mind over matter. Where are the fuck ups? Where are the flaws? The flaws is that it comes with with an overconfidence, as any first placement does, okay, and it leads to excess. Because it is selfish in a sense. It's not focused outwards. It's focused inwards. It doesn't want to fucking discuss the shit with other people. That can kind of lead to this or an excessive use of the placement, and again ends in fuckfests because this 1v individual is gonna have their plans, have what they want, and might even use other people to achieve it. See themselves as people. They're so self-focused, and when it comes to actualizing their ambitions, their goals, their desires, whatever it is that they want. And in the end, it doesn't fucking matter because you do as I say. That's the mentality. Okay? So remember that. Okay, I think that's all. If I've missed something, or maybe you guys think I fucked up in something, or I could have, or maybe you guys have another kind of take on this placement. Maybe I should have mentioned something important. Write down below, and I'm gonna thumbs it up. Cheers, dudes. I'm dying inside.